what? It's what? Welcome to What's What with Old Man Liver, your crazy, freaky, fucked up friend who gets to have his own show and do whatever the fuck I want with whoever I want and have whatever I want on the show and drink whatever the fuck I want, because today, since the studio has no Old Man Liver Busty Bond Golden Ale, I'm doing 40 Dog. So cheers, whatever time of day it is, wherever you are, grab your drink and enjoy the show. Today, I would like to welcome actor extraordinaire, James Logan. What's happening?
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
James is a dear friend of mine, singer of my band EarlyDawn, and he's been on a shitload of fucking different TV shows and movies and all kinds of stuff. So we're going to have a good time talking about everything that you got going on and a lot of our past, if there's any of it that we can remember. So, you know. Or
discuss openly.
Right. Or just straight up kanking. You know what I'm saying?
So I was just looking over my contract here, and it says, I don't know if you had a chance to read it, but it says there will be no cursing on the show and no alcohol references.
That's right. That's for you to sign.
Oh, that's for me.
Yeah, that's just for you. Because I can't have people getting out of fucking control on my show. So no cussing, no nudity, no drinking.
No nudity?
Well, I mean, not from the waist up.
Well, yeah, I'm going to go put some pants on then.
Yeah, well, I mean, you don't have to. And I can see you have the iPad that follows you around. So if you got to go take a piss, don't worry about it. We'll just keep the show rolling and follow you in.
What is that thing? Oh, it's my drink. Holy shit, there's a blue orb.
Wait a sec. This isn't the paranormal show. This is the James Logan show.
This time,
Speaking of the James Logan show, dude, I saw your movie. Was it Guns of Redemption? Is that what it's called?
Guns of Redemption. That's correct.
That is the fucking James Logan show, basically. Like you're like, and I know Sean Astin was the one billed as the star, but you are fucking all over that fucking movie.
Yeah, that was pretty hilarious. I didn't expect to see myself in that movie.
I was like, who did James blow to get? I mean, not that you would have to do that to work your way up.
I did. I'm not ashamed to admit it, but it was awkward. Yeah, it was weird because I had to blow myself. So
well, when you're the producer, you got to blow yourself to get the parts, right? Although you didn't produce that one.
That one I wasn't actually producing on. I wasn't. Nobody actually asked me to do that. I just was in my hotel room bored.
So you didn't have to do that. You just.
I didn't have to. I just. It was a choice.
Well. But James is joining us from Los Angeles. What are you working on any projects at the moment in LA, or just fumbling around touching yourself?
Oh yeah. Sure. Yeah, because the business is booming right now. No, I'm actually just digging around in LA for a couple of weeks.
But now that's a legitimate question. How is the industry doing right now? I know there was a lot of shit with like the actors' strikes and writers' strikes or whatever, and stuff got held back. Is the industry strong, or is it how are things in that world?
Everything is great. I'm not being forced to say this at that point.
Oh yeah, I forgot. You have probably union contracts.
The industry is fucked. I mean, I don't know. I mean, where do I start? Like, first it was COVID. COVID came in. I got lucky. I moved to Atlanta like a year before the world ended, and got myself, did pretty well. I was booking with all of a sudden I was an actor in Atlanta, and I was booking with all the casting people and Cobra Kai and Stranger Things, little spots, but it was great. And I was reading for big stuff, and it was cool. It was great. And then the fucking COVID kicked in, and everything shut down. I had been in LA for 30 years up to that point. So if I'd have been in LA, I think I'd have been homeless. I would have been screwed. LA was shut down for, a long time.
Yeah.
Atlanta was shut down for however long it was shut down. And then we were back at it, then we were back to, I think my first job back was a show called Samaritan with Stallone. And I just a stunt gig for like a week.
Just Stallone, yeah. I've heard of him.
I know that was awesome. He's great. I'm just saying I didn't have anything to do on that one. I was just like a security guard falling down or something.
Hey, that's badass. I still tell you, my favorite part James has been in all kinds of movies and big roles and with John Travolta and Ice Cube and all these things, but my favorite role of yours, I'm telling you, was when you're split second in Obi-Wan Kenobi, where you get knocked out of the way by the Force. I'm telling you.
See it?
I caught it. Yeah.
You can see me in there.
Well, yeah. Under your Jedi robe with the, with your face blurred out. But which I would too if I was a director. I'm not knocking your.
That's always a choice that they make.
Yeah. But no, I'm like, you've been in a fucking Star Wars. Nobody can ever take that away from you. I don't care what the fuck you do. Even if you're on the streets tomorrow, you did a fucking Star Wars.
Real possibility. But it was amazing. It was like to be on that set, and I don't know if I can even talk about it. It's only been 4 years, but it was crazy. It was one of those volume sets where it's like the background, the planet that you're on. I think we're on Coruscant or something. But the background.
Yes, you were.
Yeah. And the background is the. I'm going to do this with my hands for the rest of the show.
Oh, I like that.
Right. Yeah.
For the record, that's exactly how he looks when he has sex.
No,
not that I have ever seen you have sex, but I have.
The point.
We were basically roommates for a long time, so we've seen everything.
Take it all, baby. You know you want it.
But I think the rumor about the candle wax was just a rumor, wasn't it?
No, I feel like that was a rumor, but is there? This is my real question: is there an edit button for this show?
I'll show you my edit button here.
Oh, don't.
Oh, okay. We don't like to edit. If we edited bad parts of this show, there'd be no show.
Please don't make me do work.
Yeah, Austin doesn't. I don't pay that kind of money to include editing and post production and shit. We just kind of go with it and
there's your show, jackass. Give me my $500.
Well, and the thing is, for the audience to know, a joke about James being on the street. He is one of the very few working actors that I've known that has worked his entire life in the acting world, and that's impressive because people that know what it's like to go tackle shit, the majority of the time when people move to Hollywood to make it when they're young, they generally do odd jobs. They get maybe a part or two here or there, and then they give up and go home. That's like, wouldn't you say that's the standard of most people that move out to LA trying to make it?
Oh, you're talking to me?
Well, no, I was talking to my
you're
dick.
Talking to me this whole time? Yeah, no, I would. I don't want to shit on anybody's, choices, but I've known a lot of people that come out here and turn around. Well, you know what? Actually, I've known of a lot of people that come out here and turn around and go back. I can't really say that I've known them. Technically, I'm one of them. I lived out here for 30 years. But no, you were just following the industry because at the time, all these states, for people that don't know the industry, all these states started offering tax incentives. And I swear to God, how they were saying every Louisiana at one point was the next Hollywood, and Georgia and Florida and blah blah blah. And so I get, you're just following where the industry took you. So that's not going home. I'm talking about the people that just kind of gave up on their dream, which I will tell you, James never once did. And then he's just, it seems like the older you get, the more fucking great parts you get. I have been lucky. I think I I've grown into a decent character. I've aged into a decent character look that they can, I mean, right now I'm just growing my hair until somebody pays me to cut it. But
That's what I'm doing.
yeah. Oh, well, all right, I got $5 on me right now. I'll pay for that shit.
Well,
Right.
my haircuts cost quite a bit more than that. I'm a star and all, so I got to go to Supercuts for 11.
Oh,
So
well,
if you got that kind of money, shoot me a Zell, because
I can split it with somebody. I'm not gonna go all in on that now.
well, yeah, I mean, it's not a great investment, I'll tell you that. But wiki
Yeah, no,
woo.
I recently thought I recently thought I was gonna get a cut, and in fact, I was sitting in the makeup chair, and I was like, "Take it away, cut it off, take it." And the guy's like, "Ponytail," and then they're like, "Yeah, ponytail." So they made a big ponytail, and then it actually.
Oh yeah, it's a totally different look when you got it back
right?
like that.
See, like on this, I'm like, hey, I'm the ponytail guy.
Can you do the same thing with your pubic hair?
Oh yeah. In fact, it's in pigtails right now.
Okay, yeah, because I know you're going the opposite of the trend of shaving. You're letting yours grow out into a beard, right?
Yeah, no, I've been growing mine since '84. Yeah,
that's cool. That was a good year. I think that's when this beer was made.
It's a good year for pubes. Yeah, I got mine braided. I'm doing a whole kind of cultural appropriation thing, but it's cool.
Yeah, but your look is cool. It definitely hits a character, like your character in Guns of Redemption. Like your look fit perfectly. And then the other movie I saw you in recently was Saturday Night Live.
Oh yeah,
which you looked like you played the producer, right? That got fed up with Lorne Michaels and quits or whatever.
Yeah, I played a lighting director.
And you looked like a lighting director. Like you looked like someone that would be in that role. Like it was fucking genius.
Thanks, man. It was great. It was awesome. The director, Jason Reitman, was amazing, super cool guy, and again, like it's one of those things. Like I don't even think if I'd have been in LA, if that would have been first of all, they shot it in Atlanta, so I would have been up for it. But whatever. The point is, if they would have shot that in LA, I wouldn't have been been in the room. Like I'm not sure what that has anything to do with anything, except the idea that like Atlanta was a good spot for me to be in. It's been good to me.
Oh yeah, you've got more work than I ever remember, but I get it that you got to kind of follow around. So is the industry moving somewhere else, or is it still just kind of all spread out and everyone's trying to figure out what the fuck to do? Or
when I moved to LA, the industry moved to Canada, and then when I didn't move to Canada, but then from Canada it moved to like Michigan, and then Michigan fucked off with their incentives, and then it moved to New Orleans. I could have this off a little bit, or a lot bit, but then it moved. Then there's still some stuff in New Orleans, but not like it was 10 years ago. And then it moved to Atlanta like 10 years ago, and I don't know. I mean, L.A. and New York, they're mainstays. They're always there.
Yeah, in L.A., the weather, you can, at least count on pretty good weather for filming. If you want to make rain, you can. Where if you're filming somewhere else, the rain's coming and you can't make it dry. So LA will always have that, weather benefit, which I know is why the industry grew there to begin with.
Yeah, and I understand that the governor's trying to do to provide tax incentives now, which I think would bring a lot of business back to LA because producers, God bless those generous bastards, they're just going where the money is. That's all. They don't care. I mean, no offense, but they're going to, if Michigan is going to pay me, 50% for every, $100 I spend, they're going to give me $50. I'm going to Michigan. If that dries up, I'll leave everything I've built to go to the next place. They built so much infrastructure in Michigan, and it's just sitting there,
Yeah, that's interesting.
They don't care. They'll go to the next place. Right now, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to. I'm not trying to spill the tea or anything, but like, Oklahoma's given big incentives, so they're shooting stuff in Oklahoma, but there's not enough. Part of the thing about incentives is like that, it's based on if you're in the city, like if you're a resident, first of all, if you're a resident of the state, some states, but and they're paying you a shitload of money, it goes through that state. And so they're incentivized to hire locals.
Yeah.
But if the state doesn't have a shitload of locals to do all the jobs on a movie set, then thanks for nothing. Thanks to Yahoo. Now I'm over here. I mean, I might get blasted by a tornado, and I've got half the crew that I need because the rest of them are sitting in LA out of work. So
yeah, so I get it. As a producer, you got to go where
you got to go where the money is.
I hear there's some great incentives to film in Gaza and Ukraine and Iran right now.
I've heard such things too. Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, you could probably get some deals and hire
There's
people on the cheap.
A lot of options over there.
Because I know you're a producer as well, so you get it from and director, so you get it from all sides. Because you've created your own movie from scratch, correct?
Yeah. I made it. I wrote and directed and starred in a little one zombie movie called Undying, and it's a lot. I mean, I learned a lot from that, and I would. Going into it now, I do things a lot differently. I mean, I would just structure things differently. And
you'd put more sex scenes in, I would imagine.
I would put a lot more boobies.
Yeah,
because
that's the benefit when you're the director, the producer, the star, the key grip, and so forth. You can create your own sex scenes with chicks that are far hotter than you could ever get without paying them.
Correct? That is absolutely the truth. Yes.
Is that why Will Ferrell and Seth Rogen could have really hot chicks in their movies?
I am not at liberty to discuss those things because I've signed NDAs, but I will say that I am writing a movie right now about a young Benjamin Franklin. I'm going to play Benjamin. And he gets struck by lightning, that whole lightning thing, and then he kind of wakes up in kind of a dream, and it's kind of like a Secret Life of Walter Mitty meets political thriller.
Oh, that's cool.
And he goes around to like all the hot historical ladies of the age. Like, Betsy Ross, is that who?
Oh, yeah.
That
was one of those old American chicks.
I mean, it's kind of like 70s sexploitation.
I like it.
Meets a real hardcore kind of Aaron Sorkin.
Yeah, you're turning me on just talking about it.
Thanks.
That's going to be that's a great project. And I was about to give you shit for not including our band EarlyDawn in any of your projects, but you actually did. You remember when you put us in a scene in that movie with Tony Todd? I can't remember what it's called, but we're playing, I think Tomorrow Isn't Yesterday or something in the studio. And it's like seven simple.
It was called Seven Extremely Desperate But Otherwise Normal People.
Yes.
Yeah. It was written by my old friend and neighbor, a guy named Reggie Bruce. And he and I co-directed it. Kind of learned a lot on that movie.
And didn't it have Tony Todd in it? It was Candyman?
Tony Todd was in it. Yeah. I love Tony.
Is that streaming anywhere? I wonder.
No, that thing never got finished.
So the one movie you put me in, include our band, you don't finish.
Correct. Yes.
Thanks for that.
Yeah, no, I mean that wasn't my that thing that all went to hell. That they brought in some other that is such a crazy story. But they brought in some other TV director to shoot to fix it or whatever. And admittedly, it needed fixing.
Well, I remember there was a great lesbian scene in there that had no context whatsoever with the plot, but I appreciate just the gratuitous sex.
Like a couple of girls just kind of topless and making out. What was that?
No, I mean, that's a key point of the plot, really, even though you had downplayed that.
like, I think we had to do that to sell it in the Philippines or something like that.
Yeah, the Filipinos like that. Yeah, I remember you had to retape it in Tagalog.
Yeah, which I speak fluently.
Oh, yeah, especially during canking.
Yeah, right.
Not that I've seen you cank, but I have. I mean, I'm not saying we were drunk that year, but was speaking of which, so a lot of, James is a stuntman as well, so he does all his own stunts in his movies. And so, and that kind of, got you into the world. And, but you've done a lot of stunts outside of your professional life. And I know this because there was a story about the two of us, and tell me if this is true or not, or I'm just, remembering incorrectly, but didn't we climb the rocks on Topanga Canyon in LA up to the top drunk, and you almost fell off a cliff, and I grabbed you at the last second, and we both made a joke and said, "Winky woo!" Did that actually happen?
I can see it right now, as clear as day. Yeah, we were on the rock. I don't know. It's called Topanga.
Yeah, it's got some name for it, but it's like the rocks at like
yeah, it's like Topanga and the 118.
Yeah.
Now a little window is going to pop up.
Yeah, with the map. See, good job, and you even did your hands in the right spot for the map.
Yeah.
So Austin's like, motherfucker.
The map is over here, but then I did a little circle thing over here, which I think is going to confuse anything.
And we actually have a map over your face this whole time, just so you know, because
that's obviously that's the way to go. But this could be like a clock, or like a hurricane, like a windmill,
or a cock,
or it could be a spinning cock.
A spinning cock. Oh, yeah. we should do a clock with the spinning cock. That's a nice touch. That's an old man liver clock right there. Let me write that down. Wow. I got a new product.
Write that down. I want a piece old of that.
Liver cock clock. Okay.
So you and I went to that mountain, Topanga Rocks, and we were climbing up this thing, and we jumped over a giant chasm, and you made it, and then me, I guess the would-be stuntman, I jumped and didn't make it. And I was like, bye-bye. And you grabbed my hand, and you were holding my hand, and you were like, oh, I got you, man, I got you. And I looked up at you, and you looked down at me, and I go, wiki woo. And you started laughing. You're like, don't do that. I'm going to cry. I'm going to laugh and drop you. And then you pulled me to my safety. Yeah,
so that really happened. So you even remembered more details than I did about jumping over the little crevice or whatever. So that's
you remember that?
Yeah. So why would we say winky woo when your life was barely hanging on?
That doesn't make a whole bunch of sense.
I mean, what's wrong with those people?
No, I don't want to.
Thank God we've matured since then. For fuck's sake.
Seems like we've done a lot of maturing in the interim.
Yeah. Thank God we've learned to grow up but the truth is, this is what happens when there's no adult supervision. And it's not really our fault. It's society's fault. That's what I think.
I blame.
It's the government. The government did it.
The government. And
they probably created us in a lab to wreak havoc on the rest of society and to make other people feel normal as a way of controlling people. I shouldn't probably have done acid this morning.
That may have been a mistake. I mean, I'm not saying it was, but it may have been.
All right. Well, I'll play the odds, just like I play with my D. You know what I'm saying, G? Yeah. Oh, so that was one great story that we had together. We've had quite a few.
Oh yeah. We've had
Texas to California and everywhere else. But a lot of good times. Remember when our whole apartment complex, we did talk about this on last season's podcast with Brian Hopkins and our drummer Inyo, where back in the day, our apartment complex on Van Nuys, you would paint, beautiful murals on the walls, but the landlord didn't seem to ever appreciate that. And
that's weird.
I don't know why, because to me, it improved the value of the apartment complex. Like your dragon, was magical.
Tell me you got a picture of that dragon popping up.
We have got, if we have it, believe me, that thing's going to pop up, even if I have to pay Austin an extra 25 cents. So, seriously. That was incredible. But that was the time. And that was when, if you remember, you wrote EarlyDawn's song Wish, and you included the lyrics that the bars aren't there to keep you out, they're there to keep me in, which is a cool line that people can get all this, deep context to. In reality, it was about the fucking landlord putting bars in our windows so we wouldn't run away when they came to bitch at us or ask for rent. Remember that? We were stuck in our own place, and then we had to like break through the wall or something, and it made everything worse. But, and then somebody reminded me recently, maybe Brian brought it up, where he's like, you guys had a trash wall. And I think this was actually accurate, because we were too lazy to go outside and throw trash in the trash can. So we lined a section of the wall, and then we burned it every couple of weeks because we didn't want to take it out.
On the back patio.
Okay.
Someone else's patio.
Okay. Well, that was at least outside then.
In a fucking Kroger push cart.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Shit, this shit really did happen, because you do remember some of these. How do you remember these fucking details?
At one point, I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure at one point the pile of trash paid rent.
So that was the best chance. Or the fucking cat. Remember that stray cat that came in and tried to hang out with us for a while and then realized it was better on the streets? And totally left us. It's like, these guys are fucking ridiculous. Or the other time, go ahead.
You remember the fucking ghost?
No. What ghost did we have?
Dude, so when did we live there? We lived there, and that was like the first place that I lived when I moved to LA.
Like 91 or something? Or
91 to 92 or whatever it was. And I went back to I went back to Dallas to visit for Christmas or something. And I got visited by a hag spirit, and it fucking got on my chest, and I was like, get the fuck off me. And I
remember that. Now I remember that. Yeah.
I went back to LA, and every single fucking one of us in that apartment, all four of us, well, there were five of us, all four of the other people who hadn't been visited by the fucking ghost got visited by the ghost, including you.
I remember that
Wes got visited. Jake said like the shadows on his door started to come at him, and he couldn't move. Like everyone on that.
I forgot about that. Yeah, that was pretty like fucking impactful.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was when I was in Dallas and that thing showed up, and it was like this little shadow on the foot of my bed, like a little juggernaut, but I'm like, what the fuck? And it started moving. Its foot, like little pitter patter on the fucking. That was impactful. Whatever it did to you guys, that's your fucking problem. Although
it clearly messed me up.
Dragged it along. I definitely dragged it along with me. Like it wasn't like it followed me back to LA. Anyway.
Yeah, no, seriously. I mean, now that you've brought that up, like this is almost like therapy for me, because I think I had buried that fucking experience deep inside my glands, but now that it's coming up, I'm totally remembering all that shit, because it freaked out. Like Jake, he like couldn't move in the middle of the night and like really wigged out on that. That was pretty trippy.
What was you? So you and I slept in the living room.
Yeah, because we didn't have bedrooms or beds. We couldn't afford beds. Yeah. So we went to floor. Remember that? We would just lay down. We'd quit talking and just go, okay, good night, and just lay down wherever we were, because we had no beds.
Yeah. But you and Wes had the one room straight down the hall, right?
Yeah.
Were you right in front of the door, or were you?
No, I think Wes was closest to the door.
So Wes was the one. Ask Wes about this when you talked to him. Wes was the one that was lying in that bed looking at that door, and the shadows around the door started to coalesce into something and come after him. Yeah.
That's true. And Wes has credibility because he was the only one in that apartment complex that didn't do acid back then.
Yeah, that's
remember that the whole fucking complex would be on acid. And I remember I had to entertain. I felt like I had to entertain people. I guess it's in my blood and always was. So I'd do like, kind of come at you. Remember in 3D, like woo-da, woo-da. And for some reason it was in 3D because I was in real life doing that and moving my hand towards your face.
That
but
made it very 3D.
You guys were entertained for days. I mean, seriously, days.
Remember that 15-year-old giant kid named Raza?
Yes. Why did he hang out with us?
I don't know. He lived like next to the.
I think he sold acid, didn't he?
He did. I think with the acid.
He was the Van Nuys acid go-to. Probably Motley Crue used him at the time. Yeah. That was.
Yeah, hard. But he was like 15. He looked like he was 80. He looked like he was 30. He was a big kid.
He looked older than us, and we were, 20 or something like that?
I was like 21 or something. But I just remember that kid did so much acid that I think he turned into someone else.
I think he turned Iranian.
I think he started Iranian, but
maybe he started that way.
Some other entity.
That actually tracks with his name.
Yeah, Raza.
Yeah. All right.
Dude.
He was either Israeli or Iranian. I can't remember. They're one and the same.
It was something, but at one point he was like, so he had done. I watched him do so much acid, and I was like, dude, you're not fooling me. I don't know who the fuck you are, but you're not Raza. And he's like, I'm Raza, man. But it wasn't, dude. It was crazy.
Oh, weird.
Crazy.
Far out, man. God, let's talk about acids making me want to do more acid. I mean, making me want to do acid for the first time today is what I meant to say.
I'd like to, for the first time now, do acid. For the first time ever.
You know what I've wanted to do is go down and do one of those ayahuasca things in like the Persian Gulf or wherever they do that, or Persia or Yugoslavia or whatever that place is in South Africa.
I'm not sure where they do the ayahuasca stuff.
Yeah, but Peru maybe. I don't know. Or
I'm pretty sure Peru's in South Africa.
Or there's one suburb of New Orleans as well that's well known for it,
which is also in South Africa.
Right.
So,
and they celebrate Mardi Gras and eat gumbo there. So you get the whole experience with the ayahuasca plus the crawfish étouffée, which is part of the spiritual ritual from what I've read.
I've heard this before.
Yeah. So you'll back me up on that.
Oh yeah, I'm right there with you. No, I've never done ayahuasca, but I would be I'd definitely be interested.
Yeah. All right. Well, maybe if we can, if I ever get a sponsor, a company with the guts to sponsor my podcast, maybe we can afford to go over there together. And because it's always good to go with someone you trust. And, we've saved each other's lives and shit. So it's probably, I'm going to do mine naked. Are you cool with that? Or how are you doing yours? That's what I thought. Think about it. Get back to me, because we're going to plan a trip, and we'll bring Austin with us so he could video and capture this shit for social media. Because tell me you wouldn't watch that shit. 2 naked people doing ayahuasca in New Orleans.
Where do I sign up?
See, he's already.
he's a team player.
He is. Yeah, you should see him in bed. It's definitely. I appreciate the team play.
Is it something like this? Oh, you like it so hot.
Yeah, it's just like that. No, that is unique to your technique. I will tell you that. I haven't seen anyone do that with that kind of effectiveness since 1994.
Yeah, that's poor.
It was a good year. So getting back to your going to your music career here, are there any particular shows that or experiences in your music world with EarlyDawn or otherwise that really stick out to you? Because you're a jack of all trades, musician, actor, so on and so forth. So like getting into the music side of things, anything particular stick out from back in the day or more recently, or favorite songs, favorite gigs, shitty gigs?
Oh wow! I mean, all I remember are the bad ones. No, there were like we had a good time, man. We played all over Sunset shit back in the
Oh,
'90s.
our original Whiskey A Go Go show, dude, that was fuck. I watched that recently, and that still kicks ass to this day. I mean, this was during the grunge era, so you could tell our influence, with all Pearl Jam and things going on like that at the time. But we're still like our own fucking original music and original ideas. And to me, I think we were even possibly a little before our time.
Yeah, I think we were way ahead of our time.
Or we were ahead of our time. We were either behind our time or ahead of our time. I can't remember exactly.
We weren't in our time.
No, we've never been in time.
No, we've not there. Nor have we been on time.
Yeah, Chong says, "I'm not into time, man."
No, I can't do it, man. I just remember all those times, like the times at the studio, and when we were recording in like Van Nuys, not Van Nuys, but like in the valleys.
Yeah. Oh, what about our studio downtown? That was a complete shithole, and it was scary to go into that part of town. But then we realized, frankly, a lot of people were just scared of us because we were probably the scariest part of that neighborhood. But you remember the time we, for some reason, our band practice devolved into a piss and shit fight or something. Like we were throwing piss at each other.
What?
Weren't we? Did that actually happen?
I don't remember ever being involved in a bodily fluids fight.
You don't remember where we were like? Remember we were pissing in the bucket because we were too lazy to go down the hall to piss in the bathroom, and somewhere like you and Jake started like splashing each other, or maybe Inya, like that. You don't remember that? That one I remember in detail because it did fuck me up.
I don't remember that.
Jake has a history of it.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Jake has a history. This is another true story. In high school, he would he shit in a Pringles can as a prank to a friend that was eating Pringles, and the dude picked up, reached his hand down there, and instead of picking out a Pringle, he picked out Jake's shit. Wow. And then they started throwing it at each other, and then there were flies in the house for 3 weeks. It was a fucking nightmare. So Jake, that's why I'm pretty sure I'm remembering this correct about the band practice, because he has a history of throwing his own excrement, and he's not even a monkey. He's our bass player.
He's as close genetically to a monkey as I think you could get, but he's not.
Yeah, more monkey than human, probably.
Yeah, I think you're right. But I don't remember being involved in any fecal matter debacles.
Well, that's good. That's good you suppress that.
I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm just saying I choose not to remember it. If it did happen, I wasn't there.
It's like Ozzy snorting the ants. He's like, I didn't believe if it fucking happened. It probably did, right? It's kind of like we're like that without the fake British accent.
Yeah, or the money.
Money. Yeah, we are just like Ozzy, but without the money and the clout and the esteem and
beautiful wife. Wow. Woof. No, but the other thing, do you remember the time we were at Santa Monica, we were on 3rd Street Promenade. Didn't Jake work at Yankee Doodles?
Oh, was that the night we said death or jail, and it ended up being jail?
Jail, yeah.
Yeah.
Remember we climbed that one roof, and they were like, "There's no way you guys could have climbed that."
So this is no kidding. I had to fucking, you talk about, life catching up with you. Vegas, the studio that we're recording this in is in Las Vegas, and I have a house here and businesses here and shit. And I remember I had to divulge when I was getting my privileged business licenses for bars and shit like that, that I'd actually been, arrested in Santa Monica at one point because it's like fucking, but the explanation was even dumber. Like, they're used to, when you go through, and Vegas has this thing where the history of the mob out here tries to, they try to get away from that so much and put you through such scrutiny to even work out here. You have to get these work cards or sheriff's cards, and you get background checks and all this shit. And it's designed to keep out riffraff, which it was almost successful in my case because,
Almost.
and then when they had to ask about it, like they're like, was everything, cleared up? And I'm like, yes, it was cleared up. But then, the real story behind it, they thankfully didn't ask too many details because the fucking story is more ridiculous than just getting arrested on Santa Monica. I remember we literally went jail or death, and we started doing the suicides or whatever at Yankee. What's that place next to Yankee Doodles on 3rd Street Promenade in Santa Monica that had Chillers?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right.
So we were going one by one with the, they had those frozen drinks across the thing, and there was 50 of them, and we said we're going to try each flavor, but before the end of the day, and I think we got farther than we should have biologically, but fucking. So when you hang out with the stuntman, like James, for instance, he had the great idea of wanting to show us how to properly rappel up the side of a building. Then you add our fucking bass player, Jake, who happens to have a fucking grappling hook with us. Why that was the case, I don't know who goes out with the grappling hook, but yeah, Jake does. So we ended up, we're like fucking Batmaning up the side of the building. And at some point I realized I was really wasted, and I'm like, I don't actually know how to do this. And I think that was the point where I fell through someone's skylight or something, and someone thought we were breaking in, and they called the police. Right. And then we even got away with the police, but we're such dumbasses. We hung out until they found us because it was almost like it wasn't challenging enough. Remember they had choppers around. Yeah, like there were literally helicopters all around Santa Monica, and we're like, how can they not find us? And we're just hiding on the top of a building. Now, granted, we were like 4 buildings down because you taught us how to. This time, you actually made the jump. Thank God.
Remember, one of us lifted me up, and then I pulled the rest of us up. Remember that?
Yeah, and we got this. Okay, that was kind of a hard area to get to. I'll give the police that. That's not worth chasing someone. But the fact that choppers couldn't find us.
Yeah, we're good. Who all was it? It was me, you, Jake, and Wes?
Oh, no, Walter.
Oh, my God, Walter?
Yeah, I
Walter.
didn't. Yeah.
So Brian told me Walter created fucking fasting.
He's a big bioscience dude that's like got his own podcast and
what?
Like, yeah, he's like he's a rock star in the anti-aging biochemical science blah world.
That's amazing.
Yeah, he's a professor at like USC and shit, and like it's esteemed, and well, I guess he was before this podcast, but he had a legitimate following, where almost like mine, because my fans are just as legit. I'm talking about you guys out there. Cheers to you. I am just as successful as Walter, but just in the opposite direction. Right.
Where he has
success, right?
Fans, you have a negative.
Well, yeah, negative. I mean,
that might be a little
and
hard.
that's also society telling you what's negative and positive too. I blame the government.
It's definitely the man.
The man's holding me down. I would be a lot more successful right now. You, me, and Austin would be in fucking New Orleans doing ayahuasca right now if the man wasn't holding me down.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely would be. I think ayahuasca would agree with me.
No, I think so too. That it agrees with most people. That's after you finish throwing up and shit. From what I've seen.
Have you seen the deal where the guy takes DMT and he shines a laser at the wall and he gets right up close to it and he's like, "What the fuck?" And it's like he can see the code of the universe in the
what?
Yes.
Excuse me. Fucking! I think I just saw the code of the universe.
Wow. There are some hacks. That's one of them. But
that's one.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I got to check that out. Is that like a meme, or is that on TikTok or some shit, or TikTok or whatever that is?
It's pretty fucking wild.
Yeah, no, I'll have to check that out. That's fun.
I don't know. I don't think I feel like DMT is. I haven't.
I'll do any of that shit. I'll do DMT, IUD, you name it. I'll try anything. Like if it's got 3 letters, count me in, except for the IRS.
Is an IUD like a birth controlling device?
No, it's when you get stopped for drunk driving.
Oh,
sorry, that came out of my inner juker.
wow, my God! So hey, and I just wanted to congratulate you again on Breast Fest a few weeks ago.
Thank you. Yeah, no, it's cool. It's our 26 years of doing that.
Yeah.
So, and that's a funny thing because we started that in 1999, and I remember at the time Breast Fest, we actually remember that thing called MTV that was actually big back in the day, and I remember they picked up on it. We had national attention, and because it was shocking to use the word breast back then in fucking 1999 for a breast cancer charity. But we knew it at the time that it would get attention for that reason. Right. But it's funny that was controversial.
How much do you think you raised before this last?
Yeah, well, yeah, we
because that fire is going to cost, you probably won't be able to get insurance next year.
Yeah, that's for sure. And that goes with any event we throw. Unfortunately, it's the pyromaniac in me. But yeah, we've raised hundreds of thousands of dollars. So in our own way, in our own rock and roll way, because that was the one thing, when my mom had breast cancer, I wanted to figure out how to help. But I'm like, I can't do those like fucking boring tuxedo dinners that are expensive as shit. And then I'm like, if I'm going to contribute, it's going to be in my own way in the rock and roll world. And now we've had, even the first year we had Duncan Sheik and singer for Third Eye Blind and all some pretty decent name artists for that very first event. So, I can't see what you're saying. Wait, hold on. Okay, yeah, okay. I got my I got fucking publicists and attorneys and producers and shit.
Something about you're not drinking enough on camera.
Oh. Yeah. Why? Do we have a deal with fucking Old English 800? Do I finally have a sponsor? Oh yeah. You
drink more of your sponsor.
All right. Hey, if they're gonna pay me to drink, shit, count me in.
I feel like that would be a fitting sponsor for your.
Because I'm like, there are some companies that would probably get into my shit, right? Like fucking, are there weed companies that have brands? There's got to be some brand name weeds that would support. And what about like, and maybe some asbestos companies or even just lead paint, anything.
What about, you should do a lead paint sponsor. That'd be good. And then you could like eat the chips on your show. Like, hey, this week we're going to try blue.
Oh shit. If I got paid, I'd eat that shit. I mean,
You got to get paid. Paid.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If we'll do the shit for free, we're sure as shit going to do this stuff for fucking. See,
that's the problem. You're giving away the candy. They're not going to pay you to do it when you're doing it already.
Yeah, I'll show you my candy. Sorry.
No,
all right. Well, I swear to God, I could fucking rap with you all day long and tell stories and talk music and fucking,
Say anything? Did anything get said in this thing?
We had so much substance. Did you miss it?
Was there any substance?
Oh yeah, it was all substance. Yeah, no, we changed people's lives. There's people walking away from this podcast going, I feel better about myself because I'm not those people. So
that we do serve that function.
So you got to appreciate that. Before we finish, since all my people, I literally have a team of fucking people telling me what to do all the goddamn time, and I think they charge me like $1,000 an hour to tell me what to fucking do. So I gotta wrap this up. But I tell you, on this particular season of Old Man Liver, What's What, I always end with asking a question that's not related to the subject matter when I have a guest on. So, and I don't even know what question I'm going to ask. So I just kind of pick one. So this is what you're going to get here. Have you ever been so drunk or high that you accidentally stuck it in the wrong hole?
Accidentally. Well, yeah, there was one time I had a few too many, and I was trying to put it in the freezer, and I.
But what in the freezer?
It.
Oh,
and I
gross.
got it stuck in the bottom part, the refrigerator part.
That's repulsive.
It hurt.
Dude, this is a family show. You can't.
Yeah. What are you talking about? I was talking about, and then I was going to stick my meat in the freezer. Sorry. I was going to stick my meat in the refrigerator so we could thaw it the next day and have brisket. And I stuck it in the freezer instead or something. And then I slammed the door on it a bunch. So
because you like that. I know.
But it was all accidental.
I've seen you kank. I know that you're not even joking.
No,
so
it was all accidental.
Well, I think Meat in the Freezer should be the name of our next album. What do you think?
I'm not opposed to that. I feel like there are a couple of other options.
Well, let's stick with that as our starting point, and let's end with that. So, because
ham sandwich is another option.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Right off my head. So.
Oh man, this has been a fucking blast, dude. Thanks.
Dude, thanks for having me, man.
Thanks for being on, brother. That's great times, man. This is fucking Old Man Liver and James Logan signing out. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Woota!
Woota!